Adam, lovely to meet you.
You.
Just tell us through how the last sort of 7 days have gone for you.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest. From Saturday night, really, having the conversations. Then Sunday with York, I was taking Worthing's under 15s in Eastbourne, about an hour away, for a game, and got a call from the director of football, and called him back and said there was interest from York, and yeah, it's just mad how it sort of transpired, but I'm absolutely delighted to be here. The facilities and everything, and the lads have, it's all gone really well. So yeah, couldn't be more pleased.
You've left the Worthing side who flying high in the National League, so have a good chance of promotion. From the outside, it looks to see that you had a really good relationship with the supporters there, because they seemed to be upset when you left. Is that something you were hoping to replicate with the York fans?
No, yeah, definitely. But I think that sort of comes with winning games of football, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure when I first took over at Worthing, there was some fans that were a bit sceptical about the decision. Yeah, how we sort of played and ultimately getting results sort of seemed to help with that sort of relationship. So yeah, it'd be down to me to get the team to get those 3 points on a regular basis, and I think that will help with building a relationship. So I think it's important we do that.
For the York fans who might not be too aware of your sort of style of play, what can you tell them about how you like to play football?
Yeah, just the sort of possession stats that we've sort of run out of the last few seasons would be up to over 60%, 70%. So we like to dominate the ball and have lots of possession and build through the thirds, build through the back. It's how I like the game to be played. Not saying for any minute there's a right or wrong way, but it's what I believe in, and it's what I believe in gets points as well. So yeah, that's why we're trying to implement that style straight away.
And with those first conversations you held with Matt Ugly, did you go through sort of the long-term aims that you want to have for the club as well as the short-term ones?
Yeah, definitely. Both of those sort of things mentioned, but yeah, the long-term goal is to use it as a long-term sort of project, bringing me in, and I want to be somewhere for a long time. I was at Worthing for a long time and built something, and definitely want to do the same here at York. Yeah, everything that was said by Matt just aligned with my vision and my beliefs. So yeah, when you see the size of the club, it's definitely a big step forward for me.
And you brought it back from that as well with your Gabriel and Cameron Morrison. How much has that helped you, settling in and just making sure that the players understand what you want them to do?
No, yeah, it's massive for that. Obviously, I play a certain style that we're hoping you see a bit of on Saturday, and having them know what I expect and what I'm looking for as well really helps. Gary's great amongst the group of players and can really galvanise and help with the team spirit and the togetherness, and Cam's a bit of a whiz kid with the analysis and everything that we like to work on that side, and we've got Paul, Joe, who have been excellent already here, and Mako has been first class as well, so some really good people already in place, but having them two with me has been a massive ordeal and really helped.
And you've had your first training session today. How's that gone?
Yeah, really well. Really enjoyed it. Really good group of players. Really responsive so far to everything that we've asked of them. Yeah, so they worked really hard. Seem to really be enjoying it, and ultimately we'll see on Saturday.
Yeah, in terms of sort of your players you've got with you, you've got Dick Buckingham up front, is probably one of the better players at York. Are you hoping to be able to sort of get a similar goal scoring record that you've got out with Ollie Pearce at Worthing from deeper?
Yeah, definitely. I think they're probably different types of players, but yeah, how we play, quite expensive, but like to play on the front foot, and definitely like we create a lot of chances how we play. So that's the plan, to replicate that, and I think Depot absolutely love that and thrive off of how we play. But yeah, like I say, you can see from day one the session that it's going to take a little bit of time to get the system and everything how exactly spot on and polished how we want it, but there's already some good signs.
In terms of your recruitment style and what you want from players you bring to the club, first of all, have you got a past relationship with David Stockdale from your time at Brighton?
No, it's a bit of a mad one really, because I was working with the under-18s and he was the first team goalkeeper when the team got promoted into the Premier League. But at Brighton, you're probably on different sides of the building. You have like a youth team side and a first team side, and so we was at Brighton at the same time, but didn't really know each other at all. So it's mad how it's transpired. It looks like a bit of an old pals act, but it's the first time I met him the other day. So it's just, football's a bit of a small world sometimes, and mad how it's sort of come about. But to have someone that you can talk to about a club that you know really well has helped settle in as well.
Do you think it'll help having sort of this end of the season and an entire summer to build?
Yeah, really hoping that that's going to be the case. Obviously you can get to see the players and work with them and see who works in our style and our system, and get to know the characters as well. I think that's a really important thing. So when you're in working with them every day, you get to see what sort of characters that you want around the place and around the building, and that's going to really help in the next couple of months to do that and help with our recruitment going into next season.
Former manager Neil Arthur, when he left, have you perhaps looked at some of the areas which he might have struggled in and looking to improve on that?
No, I'm not here to criticise anyone. Everyone's got their own style of how they want to play. We've obviously watched some of the games back, but it's more a case of having a look at how the individuals sort of play, really. It's not a case of looking at that sort of style and seeing how it works and picking bones out of anyone and how they do it and how they work. Neil would have had his style, I've got my style, really.
And I appreciate you might not be able to do too much work on the pitch yet, but with Wealdstone game coming up, how much work have you actually been able to put into sort of making a game plan for that?
We've sort of tried to implement with a video Wednesday and then out on the training pitch today our sort of style, and then we'll go to a bit more depth tomorrow about Wealdstone and the game plan. I think if you do that too early, players are not the best at keeping hold of information, so I think we'll go a bit more on Wealdstone and our game plan tomorrow. And
Ryan Fallowfield, again, I'm not sure if you'll know yet, but he came off on Saturday injured.
Yeah, concussion. Yeah.
Is it a concussion? So is he unavailable for Saturday?
I think they've checked him out. I think he's unavailable for Saturday, but he should be available for Tuesday.
Brilliant. And last thing from me, have you got a message just in general for Yorkshire supporters about your arrival to the club?
No, just fully get behind the team like I know they will. And it might be a bit of a change in style, but it's something that I really believe can work and bring us success at the club. So to really sort of get beyond the team, and I know they will. And maybe that word's patience. You don't get in football, especially when you've got 11 games to stay in the league. But I think that's a sort of key word. I think the key thing is get behind the team, and one thing I can see from the players already, they'll definitely leave everything out there on the pitch run.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi Adam.
Hiya.
There's a big change, a big step up from where you've been to where you are now with regards to infrastructure and the facilities available to you. How are you adapting to that?
Absolutely loving it, to be honest. You come in, you've got a training ground, an unbelievable stadium, and like you say, you've got a big city behind their football team, and just being in the hotel and speaking to the local people, you can see how passionate and what it means to them. And like I say, if anything, that gives me more hunger, more drive to work as hard as I possibly can to to make sure that the club's successful.
And you've got people like data analysis and obviously sports nutritionists as well. Is that new to you, or was that something that you had on a part-time basis at Worthing?
We did have it to a sort of smaller scale, but obviously working full-time at Brighton for a couple of years, we would have had a whole team of that and unbelievable facilities and that as well. So, it's obviously coming out of that and going back into Worthing and being part-time, it was always the dream to work hard and get there and be a manager that had that sort of resource and that backing behind it. And like I say, I'm delighted with everything that I've seen so far. I think the players have got all the tools in place that they need to further their careers. And
you've got a reputation for attractive attacking football, but it's not just like a light switch, is it? Because you're taking a team which hasn't got a reputation for scoring goals. I think they've only scored more than one, not since New Year's Day. How do you do that? Because it can't be overnight, and yet you've got to get instant results.
So we've just got to work tirelessly on the training field, keep showing them the analysis. Like Cam come in his film session today, so we'll be able to look back over that session and show them little bits, and just repetition. Got to keep on showing them, keep on working with them. We need to. It is going to be a change and going to take time for it fully to click, but we need it to click straight away, like you say. So we just got to work tirelessly, keep showing them, keep repetition is the key to just keep showing them what we want. And we need, like I say, to hit the ground running Saturday and see our style being implemented, and then constant improvement.
It's a big challenge, obviously, as well with regards to who to pick, because you've got a decent squad, a big squad. How are you going to go about that in such a short amount of time? Is Tony McMahon key to something like that?
Yeah, definitely. Macca's been superb and given us a real insight into all the players. What a great guy, firstly. Delighted that he's with us, and like I say, for that insight on the players. But we'll look at it as a sort of coaching team and look at the session today, and I've already got in my mind, the players that will fit and some that won't sort of work out as much. Hoping that you get that again tomorrow, and then we try and pick the best team that's going to suit our style and try and get the 3 points on Saturday.
And you've got a side which has got a bit of reputation for coin toss consistency, a bit of Jekyll and Hyde. You look at the Oldham game, then you look at the Barnet game. If that happens to you, what will your reaction be?
I don't know, I'm just very honest, bit of a hothead on the sideline sometimes. I want the perfect game, but just got to stay patient and get them to play without any fear. I think the players have got to do that. I think we've got some real talent in the squad, and like I say, that consistency is key. For any team to have players that are consistently performing well is the key to getting success, and that's what we'll be looking for, those players that can perform consistently for us.
And Neil Ardley spoke a lot about players being scared to express themselves. How do you get over that as well and say to them, look, go out there and show us what you got?
Yeah, pretty much like what you said there, just keep on encouraging it, keep on encouraging that message. I don't think you can play this game fearful of making mistakes. I've said to them, I want you to be brave and get on the ball, and I'm the one that's encouraging them to play that way. So have that bravery to go and play, and the criticism will ultimately fall at my door. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take that, and this is what I believe in. So I want them to really go and express themselves.
So there's a no blame culture, basically.
To a certain extent. I want them to be fearful, and you can't fear wanting the ball in how we want to play. And with that, there is going to be mistakes at times. And like I say, I'll take the blame for that, and work with the players to try and show them to improve and become better.
Bit of a leading question, but how hands-on is Matt Ugler? Are you your own man?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I haven't seen him at all today, so I think he's been excellent so far. I'm only sort of speaking over a couple of days, but I think everything that you want from the chairman, he's delivered really. He's said all the right stuff and helped us in every way possible. And then today's sort of just let us get on with it and back his decision and back us as people and coaching staff. And
if you want to bring anyone in, can you?
I think that'll be open to discussion. I've obviously got a recruitment meeting after, so I'll know a bit more then. But yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And the dreaded R word, Matt has actually touched on it, that if the worst happens, you're in for the long haul, I guess.
100%, yeah. I want to be here a long time. I want to be successful and similar sort of thing that I sort of built at Worthing. I went in at Worthing when I hadn't won 11 games and we ended up quickly becoming a team that got to a level they'd never been before, and I'm here for the long time and the long haul, and definitely want to be the one to build something special.
And Saturday can't come quick enough.
No, definitely. I'm so looking forward to seeing this place packed and seeing the fans and seeing the players out there performing.
Very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Adam, you alright?
Yeah, very well.
Good. How have you settled into the city so far?
The hotel and the training ground and the ground have been lovely so far. Yeah. Everyone told me what a beautiful city I'm coming into, and I haven't really experienced it too much just yet. But yeah, wonderful people and city that's one city football club that's really passionate about their club, and I'm really excited about that.
You come from Worthing after being there for 6 years. Is that a bit of a risk for you, taking after you built a project at Worthing and then come to a struggling side like York are at the moment?
Yeah, possibly a bit of risk there, but sometimes in life opportunities come your way that are just too good to turn down, and I thought this was one. I think it would have been very easy to stay where I was, stay put, and try to finish off the job that I started there. But this is, like I say, it's a whirlwind how it all come about, and it was just too good of an opportunity to turn down. And now I'm here. I'm delighted I took that chance.
What's the first thing you look at when you come into a club like York City? What have you looked at in your first few days?
Just the whole infrastructure. I think everything off the pitch is set up, and then you're looking at the players, because you need immediate success and you need to start getting results straight away, immediately. So just really looking at the personnel and how everything's off the pitch going, and then ultimately we've got to focus with the players and what's happening on the pitch.
And York have struggled this year with the home form. How do you go about addressing that potentially with a home game this weekend?
We just try to, like I say, get the players believing in what we're doing and getting not fearful to make a mistake. And I think the key to us staying in this division is going to be our home form. We need to, in the remaining games that we've got here, turn that form around, and like I say, get the whole city sort of behind us to help us with that would be massive. And if we start on Saturday, I think that will help with the belief from the players.
How important is it that you get a result this weekend in a crucial stage of the season?
Yeah, I think it's for how I want to play, to sort of come in and implement a philosophy. I think to start with a win would be massive. It would get them believing and everyone sort of believing in what you do. But like I say, it's no guarantees. Wealdstone are fighting for their lives as well. So if it doesn't happen, then it's down to myself to sort of pick the players up, and we go again Tuesday. But it's definitely got to be one game at a time mentality, and that's all we've really got to focus on Saturday, and pouring everything into Saturday, and then once that's done, 5:30, we then very quickly turn to the home game Tuesday.
With very short notice as well going into the game on Saturday, how do you try to implement some of that attacking style football that you're known for?
We've spent a good session today, just going through some 11v11 stuff and just slowing everything down and trying to get them in the right positions. So yeah, pleased with how some of it's gone. It's all not perfect yet, but yeah, we just keep showing them same messages, and I think, like I say, that repetition and will really help them. But yeah, just hoping that the training, you'll be able to see that there's a certain style that we like to play come Saturday already.
Is there anything in particular you've been pleased with in your first day of training that you've seen?
I just think the players have, like I say, been really receptive, really responsive to how we want to work, and they've worked really hard. And all the time you've got a group of players like that, you're onto something good. So you want to keep that mindset, that mentality, and just improve to sort of our style.
Brilliant. Good luck this weekend,
Thank you very much.
Hope you settle into the city well.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to York, Adam. You've not had time to touch the ground really in the last couple of days. What I thought. What are your first impressions?
Like I say, the hotel's lovely, the training ground's lovely, and the stadium's lovely. That's all I've sort of seen so far. But no, first impressions are just you get a real feeling around the place that everybody's behind their football club, and their football club means a lot to them. Like I say, I'm really excited by that, and want to. It's given me a drive, it's given Gabriel a drive, give Cam a drive, knowing we're coming into a proper big football club here, and like I say, it's going to really spur us on to do all we can to get results.
You've not been in this position for a few years at a new club. How do you go about settling yourselves in?
I know, yeah, it's all a bit strange really, meeting players for the first time, but yeah, been pleased with how it's gone. It's like I say, new to the players, for new management to come in. It's new for us because we've been sort of where we've been for a while. But ultimately, it's what we want. We feel ready for this challenge now and this opportunity, and we've got to do all we can to take it, and it's going to come with results ultimately.
I'm sure you've watched some replays of recent matches sort of in the last few days. Has anything stood out or surprised you? Nothing
too alarming, to be honest, that I've seen and been shocked by. There's definitely some talent within the group. That's without question, and that's the thing that's really excited me, seeing a group of players. You can see that they've got talent, and there is a togetherness and a work ethic amongst them, and I've been really pleased with that.
So turning to Wealdstone on Saturday, another team struggling, same number of points as York, but played a few games less. How much notice do you take of the opposition?
To be honest, I'm not a massive one on the opposition. Obviously, it's nice to know certain characteristics, but I won't delve wholly and be completely worried about the opposition. I'd like the focus more so will go on York City and what we can do, and our players and how they perform, and that's something we can control. We can control how we're going to play, and we can improve that. We got to a stage at Worthing where teams were sort of changing shapes to try and line up against us. So if you focus too much on one team playing one style, and then they'll turn up at your place and change it, it sort of seems like you're wasting your time a little bit too much. So there's some key little details that we like from the opposition, but the focus mainly on what we do.
You mentioned Ryan Fallowfield not being available on Saturday. Any other injury worries that you're aware of?
Not from the previous games, I don't think. Ryan Fallowfield is obviously going to be missing, but we're really hopeful we'll be back training Monday and be available for Tuesday for us. Don't think there's any fresh new injuries. Got a we had 20 players out there training today, so a good crop of players to choose from, so there'll be no excuses on that side of us.
Okay, thank you.
Adam, good to see you again. Your first day properly out on the training field with the players. What was it like out there today?
No, I really enjoyed every minute of it. Like I say, they're a good group. They worked really hard and seemed really responsive to how we work and how we want to play, how we want them to play. So yeah, really pleased with how it went.
I was racking my brain. Have you actually come across any of these York City players before?
I don't think I have, no, to be honest. So again, like seeing them out on the pitch, like you can watch them play in a certain way, but when you're out there working with them, you get a better feel for what they can do, what they're about, and so yeah, really pleased with what I see and how it went.
And does that mean then that Tony McMahon, especially this weekend, may have a bigger role to play? Because obviously he knows all the players and he'll be able to help you out. Yeah,
definitely. Like I say, Tony, like I can't speak highly enough of how much he's helped us out. Not only just picking us up here, there and everywhere, but the insight into the players has been massive. And then, even you want to speak about players after the training session today, things you liked, we weren't quite sure about that, and he's obviously been working with them for a long time, so yeah, he's really helped and been massive for us.
I'm terrible with names. You any good with names? Can you remember everyone's name?
Oh no, yeah, I need Tony by my side to sort of like prompt names. So I think I've just about got all the staff and everything, and yeah, we're sort of working on putting the pictures up with their names underneath so we can see faces to names, but being out on the pitch and working on them today has helped massively with that.
Have you had the chance to have any individual meetings, or has everything just been done as a group at the minute?
Just as a group as a minute. There's definitely some bits from training that I want to show the players, so we'll split that down tomorrow before training and just show them some little details that we want. But I think in the main it's about the team style and stuff like that. So when we get a bit more settled and they're happy with the style, then I think we'll focus a bit more on the individual.
I think lots of people thought you may know David Stockdale, but as you just explained that's not actually the case.
No, honestly, he would have bumped into each other at the training ground, but it would have been brief hello. It's so youth and first team orientated.
It's at Brighton.
It's at Brighton, so I don't know, even like the canteen split, so you might have seen me through the thing or whatever, but I doubt he'd even recognised me before this, so yeah, no. Obviously knew of him as the goalkeeper that took Brighton from the Championship into the Premier League, and was working there, but I was working more with the youth team, so didn't really cross paths.
With the position that York City find themselves in, and how big this game is coming up against a Wealdstone side that are also down there struggling, you've really been thrown in the deep end. Is it good that the first game means so much? Yeah,
potentially. Obviously, it'd be lovely to go into it and you're fighting for the playoffs. That's the end of the table that I've been used to and accustomed to. But I come in at Worthing when they was rock bottom of the league, and we quickly turned fortunes around there. So I've got to hang on to that work and the belief that I got from that work and transpire into York City and into Saturday.
And when we spoke yesterday, you explained how your footballing philosophy, you want to be more of a play football a little bit more, to say like Gates said do. To be fair to Neil Ardley, that was what he told us he wanted to do, but he said he learned pretty quickly that with this group of players that wasn't possible. So how far do you think you're maybe going to have to remove yourself from your footballing principles just in this first couple of weeks, maybe?
No, I'm going to stick to my beliefs and my principles of how I want to play. I play that way because I believe it leads to results on the pitch. So yeah, we're definitely going to stick to our beliefs, and from what I've seen today, the players were quite responsive to that and how we wanted to play. So I think there's more than enough quality to play our brand that we're bringing to York, and we wanted to start implementing it straight away. We're hoping that you'll see definitely a style related to myself come Saturday.
Would you be prepared to throw in a player that hasn't played in a long time? There are quite a few players, some that have hardly played this season, some that haven't played a few months. Is everyone who's fit under consideration this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. That was the message to the players. Some people will be pleased that a new manager's come in, some won't be, but it's a fresh start ultimately for everybody. As long as Paul and Lewis, the physio, are happy with their fitness and everything, then they're under consideration, definitely.
Anyone not available this weekend?
Only Ryan, I believe, through the concussion, but he's done all the protocol and everything, so I don't think it has to be 2 weeks. I think it's just this Saturday. He's still got a nice shiner under his eye. But yeah, he should be back available for Tuesday. So I don't know. There's obviously a few players injured, a little bit more longer term, but Ryan's the main one that's been playing recently.
Have you been able to work out who's going to be your captain yet? Are you going to stick with Linnell John Lewis?
Again, open for discussion. We'll see with the personnel who's playing, who's not playing, and we'll have a managers meeting after Friday when we decide the team and decide on who's going to be captain as well.
I suppose the aim is as well. You want 11 captains out on the pitch at any one time, don't you?
Definitely that. I think it's just an armband. I think some people put an armband on and change their game and really rise to the occasion. So we definitely want that from our captain. But like I say, this stage of the season, 11 games to go. We're representing a massive football club at this level, and everyone should be giving their all and be a leader out on the pitch.
I appreciate you've only just come in. But how much do you know about Wealdstone? How much research will you do into Wealdstone ahead of this game?
I've come up against their manager a few times. He was at St Albans. I won't tell you how those results went, but let's just say there was a lot of goals for both teams in the game, so a high scoring game, so it's bound to be 0-0 on Saturday. But know a lot about how his style and how they like to set up. He's relatively new in there as well, so he'll be trying to get his ideas across as well. We'll look at his style, we'll look at previous games against the manager as well for my whole team, and that's the work we've been doing recently. But like I say, won't delve too much into what Wealdstone are doing. We're real focused on ourselves and how we can be better and improve.
And I think everyone can see that you're clearly excited about the opportunity here. You must be desperate for 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon to come round.
Hoping my family are going to come up Friday. Just saying that you won't believe the stadium, and keen for them to come, and for myself, I'm really excited. Can't wait to get going. All the work and the hard work on the training field that you do is ultimately for the performance on Saturday, and I'm really excited to be on the touchline on Saturday.
And looking further ahead, you've said it's a chance for everyone, a blank canvas basically for your 20 fit players or whatever it is you've got at the minute. Transfer window, you've still got 3 or 4 weeks before that actually closes. Do you expect to be able to bring in some of your own players before then?
Obviously I'll know a bit more in the recruitment meeting that we've got after, but by all accounts from the conversations that I've had up to now, I believe so. It's definitely something to look at, and that excites me as well. I'll say I'll know a bit more on that by the end of the day, but I really believe that there is an opportunity to do that.
Of course, the players that you've got put in performances, you won't need to do that. Exactly that.
They're the ones that will have the shirt on Saturday, and it's down to them to keep it and stay in the team.
What will be your last message before they send the players out on Saturday in the dressing room? Can you enjoy it at this stage of the season? Will the players be able to enjoy it, knowing that there is quite a lot of pressure around this football club?
No, it certainly is, but I think it's down to ourselves to sort of set them up so that they're go and play without any fear. They know the structure, know how we want to play, and that'd be the key message, to enjoy it, to embrace it. They're at a really big football club at this level, and they should really enjoy that. And if you can't enjoy playing in a stadium like this in front of a fan base that we've got, then something's wrong. So they definitely need to enjoy it and enjoy working hard and enjoy hopefully get 3 points.
What are you like on the touchline?
I'm very passionate. very passionate. I try to be diplomatic and say a calm character, but I definitely would be lying. Passionate. I look for my team to play the perfect game, but at the same time, you know, I want that passion to ultimately. It's all right me being passionate on the sideline. It's about the players showing it on the pitch.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.